This is the second date update on the 10 with Ramiro, Pebbles, and Melissa. The Get Up Crew.
Hot 96.9.
All right, Pete, how can we help you, sir?
Yes, I met a beautiful woman by the name of Tanya, and I believe she might be giving me a bit of a hard time. I think she likes the chase. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm a hunter, and I'm stalking my prey right now.
Okay, slow down here, buddy.
No, I like where he's going with this. What do you plan to do once you get your prey?
I hope she's the one. I got a really good sense out of this.
Yeah.
I think she's kind of like throwing up obstacles to make it, I don't know, a little bit epic, so that we later have a story to tell our kids.
Yeah.
Like I told him no twice, but he kept saying yes. You know, like my grandparents had a story like that. So
okay, so she's planning the ignoring of you.
No, you know what it is? And I can tell you this right now. Pete, please tell me you don't look like a weirdo. Do you look like a weirdo? Like, if somebody saw you objectively, would they say, ugh? Or would they say, okay, I could see him being attractive, maybe not to me, but to society?
The most schoolyard bullies would always call me Q-tip because I'm tall, skinny, with a big head.
Oh, God.
Does that answer your question?
All right. This one from being persistent to being a weird stalker type.
Man, I can't wait for this.
Clean up your look because that's a big factor in determining whether what you're doing is romantic or creepy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll try to get a haircut to make the head seem skinnier, but this is really not to work with.
Could the girl that are you so tall and thin that the girl that you're pursuing could use you as a human dildo?
Oh, my God. Stop.
She's a really beautiful girl.
Oh, God. I'm just trying to picture you. All right. So he's being persistent. He knows what he wants. He knows that he sees a future with this girl. Do you think you did anything to make her, never want to see you again?
Going over in my head may have been a little too fast, a little too forward on the second date because it was going well. We went back to my place and we were walking right up to the front door, and I think I was pushing it a little bit too quick then. And so maybe that's why she's like, now I need to make it so harder for him.
Right.
Okay.
All right, man. This dude's convinced. He's convinced. He's just like, so we're going to call her up and say, listen, if you think that Pete's being a little extra, it's because he really, really is into you and thinks that you guys could have a future together and he doesn't want to mess it up. But he apologizes and he'll back off he'll take his foot off the gas a little bit. Is that
exactly?
Okay, cool. As long as you're amenable to that. All right, so we'll try and give her a call next. Hopefully she picks up. All right, Pete?
Now back to the second date update on the 10.
With Ramiro, Pebbles, and Melissa. The Get Up Crew.
Hot 96.9.
All right, so we just talked to a gentleman by the name of Pete. Ladies, I hope you listen to him talking to us because I'm not going to be able to do justice as to what he was saying about this girl, Tanya. He really feels as if he and Tanya have a future together to the point where he's just like, listen, my grandparents had a love story where my grandmother kept rejecting my grandfather and he kept on pursuing her because he knew she was the one, and eventually he convinced her and they've been happily married forever. And he sees himself in his grandfather, and he sees his grandmother in this girl, Tanya. But, we'll see what Tanya has to say if she answers the phone. Pete, are you still there?
I'm here.
All right, stay quiet, sir, okay?
Hello?
Hi, is this Tanya?
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect. Tanya, please don't hang up the phone. I'm sorry. I'm excited. It's Ramiro, Pebbles, and Melissa. We're calling you from Hot 96.9, a radio station. Can I just explain why we're calling you? It's a good thing. We got your number from somebody, but it's for a good reason. Just give me 20 seconds.
Wait, who is this?
Okay, it's Ramiro, Pebbles, and Melissa. We're calling you from Hot 96.9, a radio station. But the reason we're calling you is because we got your number from a guy who likes you. You know this guy? I'm going to tell you his name. He likes you. He would love if you would say yes to a date with him. And if you do, we will do whatever you want for a date. So he's convinced that you guys, he has feelings for you and he thinks that you have feelings for him. So
wait, what is, I don't understand what's happening. Some guy gave you my number?
Yes, it's a guy that you know. How about I'll just tell you his name and we'll move on from there, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you recognize a gentleman by the name of Pete? You went out with him a couple times?
Oh, my God.
Sounds like you do.
Is that a yes?
That's crazy. Yeah, I know a guy named Pete.
Okay. I'm glad you said creepy because, so he called us up and he explained to us how he felt about you. So he is an old school romantic. He told us how his grandparents have this amazing story of how his grandmother kind of rejected his grandfather, but the grandfather was just so persistent in pursuing her. He said that he feels that way about you. He thinks that you're kind of like not really into him, but he just wants a chance to show you how good of a guy he is.
Oh, my God. This is insane. This guy's a f***ing lunatic, and I'm all set.
Okay. You don't have to say yes.
I knew it.
Can you explain why he's a lunatic?
Yeah, I can explain why he's a lunatic. Because we went out on the second date. I went to his f***ing house, and I walked by his garage, and I just happened to see he literally had a coffin in his garage with, like, stuff to, like, kill people. I'm not even kidding.
What?
Wait a second.
I know, it sounds crazy. It sounds absolutely ridiculous.
He had
like,
what? A coffin?
a coffin, like to put a dead person, a coffin.
In
his
Did
garage.
he have a relative pass away recently? Like, what was he doing with
know.
What do you mean? You don't keep a dead person in your garage.
No, not a dead person, but maybe he had the coffin on standby in case he needed it. I don't know.
I don't know. Who does that? I'm all set. Like, there was, like, other things, like, around. Like, a noose and, like, bottles of bleach. I'm all set.
Hold on.
It was weird.
Okay. Maybe he could. Okay, so Pete's on the phone right now. Maybe he can explain to you why.
No.
Okay, well, let's just see. Pete. Pete.
Yes, I am here.
Okay, so.
Wow.
First of all, is it true that you had all of these things in your garage? I just want to make sure that she didn't see the wrong thing.
If I may briefly explain, there's a perfectly logical explanation. All those items can be repurposed during elk season, which is coming up.
What?
Excuse you?
No. When you go hunting, you produce, if you hunt elk specifically, after you kill the animal or put it down and then dress it, that's why you would need the noose to hold up one of the haunches so you can get under the belly and cut.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
it then produces so much meat that a normal cooler doesn't hold the amount of meat.
This just sounds...
What we have discovered through trial and error is that actually a funeral casket actually holds all of the meat, and then you and your buddy can easily get it out of the forest into your pickup and back to your house.
Well, that sounds like a good explanation to me.
Does it? I just... Oh, my God.
I mean... Were you planning to kill Tanya and stuff her in that coffin? No?
Not at all.
All right, well, look at that. Tanya.
What, you think that solves it? Like, you think she wants to go out with him now?
Well, I asked him to be honest with me, and he said he wasn't planning to kill her.
You guys, no. He's like, let's call him Dexter.
That's all there is to it.